Yes, as Hollywood Hagen and Eric Bischoff were in the ring. They caught him.
In Woodall of Pittston area. Woodall at 40-1, 140-16 for his career. This will be his final match as a high school senior in their other tournament, but this is basically the end of the line.
Neutral.
Troy Letters, of course, is only a junior from Shaler. What a nice leg sweep by Letters. Woodall did a good job scrambling to get recovery, but what a nice leg sweep.
Letters dominated John Lloyd this morning of Mount Pleasant 11-2, and Woodall, he pinned Adam Reese.
Not yet, two.
From Northern at 3-12.
We're in, he's still in.
Letters, Woodall looked great this morning in the semis. Both did. But I'll tell you what.
Green face me.
Troy Letters just,
he really looks solid,
doesn't he? I mean,
he really looks solid today.
He's killing it here, 12-1. Final period, the championship here at 152 pounds. Just 4 matches remain after this.
Down easy. Down easy. Bring down. Set.
105. I mean, now you're getting into a point where you're 11 down. You're running out of points to give.
Jason Woodall in the bottom position is not in a situation that he wants to be in. He finally got away from Letters.
Makes it 12-2, but underneath a minute to go. There's your time. We're in the final period here at 152 pounds.
You can't help but think possibly his brother's loss in the semifinals earlier this morning might have taken a little bit of wind out of his sails.
Took some juice out, you think? Maybe.
Might have hurt him mentally. It was a heartbreaking loss against Greg Jones, who we're going to see in a little while from Greensburg-Salem.
Next, as a matter of fact.
Watch how you put him over the neck there, top man.
Against Jason Shabak of Springford. That's next.
Was he all right?
14-2, final 10 seconds of this coming up. We'll have an update from Mark Shuey here momentarily. And Troy Letters roars home 14-2. Final to win the state championship at 152 pounds. He was a knockout, wasn't he, Jim?
I thought he might win the match, but 14-2.
That was a little higher than you thought.
I got to tell you, Troy Letters did not make any mistakes, and he was absolutely dominating.
Well, as for those of you watching the PIAA Wrestling Finals at home, you're tuned to the Pennsylvania Cable Network, a public service of your local television or cable television company. And also Mark Shuey has been with us from the outset today. Mark, what do you have for us?
Guys, if you are a high school wrestler in Pennsylvania and you're watching this telecast tonight on PCN, you've got to know that the road to Hershey in the year 2001 will not be easy by any means. Nearly half of all the combined state finalists in the double and AAA championships this evening and this afternoon are underclassmen. 11 sophomores and juniors will wrestle for AAA titles tonight. We most recently saw 10th grader Nate Galloway win at 140 pounds. Galloway's the 3rd sophomore to win a state title tonight in the AAA bracket. Troy Letters, of course, just a junior champ at 152. Letters is the 5th underclassman in the AAA bracket to have won a state title this evening. Now, coming up later on, we're going to talk to a recent Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee who knows what it's like to win titles as an underclassman. He won in all 4 years of his high school career. That's coming up later on. Jed and Jim?
All right, sounds like he's got Ty Moore on the hook from North Allegheny.
Sounds like to me.
Nothing wrong with the Moore gang. I think Teague Moore, his brother, won 3.
Teague Moore won 1, but won a national title, which Ty Moore did not.
Other than that, the family didn't do a thing. There we are with our medal ceremony. Not to shortchange Michael Perazzola. You think he's the favorite for outstanding? Spates is tough.
I'll tell you what, depending upon what happens with this match right here.
You got Jones in contention until you see it. You want to see.
You've got Jones, you've got Spates, and you certainly have Mike Pierzola on your list.
There's Justin Shavak, 37-0 at a spring Ford. Well, Jones quickly listening to you. 2-0.
You've got to figure that Jones is going to have some serious momentum after defeating James Woodall from Pittston, the defending state champion from District 2. Jones won the match against Woodall in the semifinal 6-4 in one of possibly one of the best wrestled matches I've seen all season long.
Shavak 9-6. He mentioned over Brent Schaefer and Greg Jones over James Woodall in an epic in the morning session 6-4, as you were talking about.
Jason Shavak from Springford Delco, or excuse me, Springford High School, District 1. His head coach is Tim Seislove. Greg Jones from Greensburg Salem, District 7. His coach, Randy Parsley.
Oh. Okay, back to center. Red's down. Don't get on until I tell you, Green.
Shavak is down in the blue uniform with the red anklet. Jones is in the brown uniform with the green anklet.
Good and set, good and set. Set, okay, top.
47 seconds remaining in this first period of the match at 160. Just so Mark knows, we'll go to him here following the conclusion of 160, so he can get us in that.
Jason Shavak from Springford qualified for the tournament this year as a Southeastern Regional Champion. He defeated Brent Schaefer, South Central Regional Champion from Gettysburg, District 3, 9-6 in the semifinals earlier this morning.
Second period.
So Greg Jones will take a 2-0 lead into the second period of
I got
play.
red deferred.
Shavak qualified last year for the state tournament as a Southeastern Regional Champion at 152 pounds. He lost in the first round to Josh Housekeeper from Solenko, District 3, 5-4, and did not place last year.
Jones, just a tremendous physique, upper body.
Takedown, Green.
Using it well to build a 4-0
Okay, guys,
lead.
let's
I mean,
work now.
I just can't believe a guy like, he does not look to me like 160 pounds. Maybe 185, 190.
I just can't believe that he beat James Woodall in the semifinals, Jed. I'm still shaking my head about that one.
But do you really think that's one of the big upsets of this tournament?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Woodall didn't lose last year at all, and he was undefeated this year.
There's one neutral.
Woodall came into this tournament at 36-0, so that makes him 38-0 after the 2 wins to the semifinals.
He was pushing 40 wins last year with no losses.
And there's 2 green. Takedown 2. Now let's do some work now.
But Jones has such a terrific style, a style that Woodall's style lends itself to. Of course, James Woodall, the defending state champion from Pittston, is a straight-ahead wrestler. He's just continuously moving forward. Jones isn't that kind of a wrestler. He's a counter wrestler, and Woodall's forward momentum works to Jones's advantage. He took him down really just by snapping him down and spinning around behind him.
Jones just spins. I mean, he's like a hand on a clock, man. I mean, he can really just fly to an open area, and that's what did it today. I mean, he's a great counterpuncher on Woodall this morning. That's what's doing him in good stead here. He's built a comfortable 6-1 lead. Although I don't know, with a pin and all that in play, I don't know if there is such a thing as a comfortable lead until they blow the bout dead.
Until the match is over.
Work in the middle. That's That's it, work in the
Seen
middle.
10-point leads disappear in this tournament this weekend. I mean,
Work in.
nothing really looks safe. Seen a lot of reputations get slapped around too.
There's 2.
And that's the kind of thing, that move right there with just a simple throw by, Jones is so successful with.
It's 8-2 now.
Keep going.
Last year's state championships, Jones qualified as a Southwestern
Okay, I got
regional
Red's
runner-up at 140 pounds. He lost in the quarterfinals, but was injured
Red took
and
top.
did not place in the tournament.
Okay, now let him get set. Don't get on him yet. Okay, you're set. Okay,
Of course,
top.
Greg Jones' brother, Vertus Jones, state champion back in 1995 at 171 pounds. He now wrestles for West Virginia University and has excelled in the NCAA Division I wrestling program. Back in 1999, he placed 3rd in the NCAAs. 1998, he was a NCAA runner-up.
Nope. Go neutral.
Jones out to the 9-2 lead. Minute 30 left here in this third and final period.
Keep working. Work in the middle.
We'll wait on the Mark Shuey interview with Ty Moore. Ty, I think, ducked down the hallway for a little bit, so hopefully we can round him up. We'd like to talk to him. He's an inductee into this year's Hall of Fame class for the year 2000. Seems like yesterday I was doing his matches too. Has it been that long? Has it been 10 years already? I guess so.
2.
Underneath 40 seconds now, another 2-point maneuver. And
Jones is so quick, he makes it look easy.
he's cooking along.
2 years ago, Jones qualified for the state tournament as a Southwestern regional champion, all the way down at 125 pounds. He lost his semifinal bout against Byron Warner from Dallastown, District 3, 7-5 in overtime, but placed 3rd at 125 pounds back in 1998.
Underneath 10 seconds to go now in the match, and Greg Jones is on his way to the state championship in the gold medal bout here at 160 pounds, and it's over.
Good job.
Jones wins it 11-3. You know me, I'm not much to hype things, but you got to stick around for 275. Urging our viewers, you've got to be here for that.
Oh, yeah.
Trust us. John Kondo of Phillipsburg, Osceola, and Adam
Lopiccolo,
Lopiccolo,
a 9th grader.
a 9th grade heavyweight in AAA. Let me say that again, a 9th grade heavyweight in AAA.
Unbelievable.
He looked fabulous this morning, too.
He has got a cradle, Jed, that, you know, I got to tell you, it's a beautiful thing.
It's been the buzz in the runways around this building all weekend. So, and Kondo is great talent.
Oh, he's great. These
will be
are
a lot
light
of fun.
heavyweights. They are going to be moving.
So, these are not guys pushing the 275. These are guys around that 210, 215 range. Give or take a stairway run or two between this morning and then. Let's go to the medal ceremony. There you look at Troy Letters. He really looked good. 14-2.
Troy Letters never in trouble. Shaler High School, District 7. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. Troy Letters, champion at 152 pounds.
Not a great day for the Woodall twins, needless to say. One kind of forget, because I think they had gold in their mind, but certainly nothing to be. I think they'll look back later on and appreciate exactly how tough this accomplishment was. But I know they came in here looking for that big gold strike. Well, we go to 171 right now.
71-pound final from Liberty.
Randy Mahalko of Liberty, 35-2. There's Dusty Heist. who you've been in on early. You liked him a lot.
Oh, I like
early in the
Dusty
week.
Heist an awful lot. But I will tell you, Brandon Mihalko from Liberty High School has been absolutely super himself. Mihalko wearing the green anklet in the blue and red uniform. Dusty Heist wearing the red anklet in the black and red uniform.
Heist through Todd Schukert, who came into this tournament undefeated this morning in the semis, 10-6. Mihalko easily over Jason Scott, 9-3. Scott at a Belfont was 31-4 coming into the tournament. But Mihalko has been a point machine in this thing.
He scored most of his points from the standing position, neutral situation, working for takedowns. That's one of the things that Mihalko does best. Dusty Heist in. Mihalko does a good job of countering, but he's on the edge of the mat. The referee gave him 2 points.
There's Brandon Mihalko right there at 35-2 out of Liberty. 114-36 throughout his career, and right now they're debating this particular point.
Well, there was a 2-point takedown as we look at Dusty Heist with a record of 40-0.
They wave it off.
Going to take the 2-point takedown away, and I think that's a good move.
So Max Schneider has been on as a referee for that, and he was also part of the clock controversy at the end on the Roan Galloway match at 140.
The assistant referee cannot overrule a call. However, he can say, hey, you know, maybe you didn't see something that I saw. Let me try to fill you in with a little bit of information. The head referee is the one that makes the decisions.
That should be construed as no negativity on my part, because the Roan situation, they made a call immediately, and I mean, they waffled. They didn't have any problem at all. I mean, they made the decision, they stayed with it, and boom. No problem.
I'll tell you, Jed, for the most part, and I've watched an awful lot of these matches here at this year's tournament.
Good group.
The refereeing has been, the officiating has been just outstanding.
Funnel, West Virginia was in here looking. Arizona's been in here looking how to organize a tournament. I mean, people will tell you, wrestling fans alike. I mean, this is a wrestling festival here, this PIAA tournament. The whole state, and I mean, you go out in the Hershey Park Arena parking lot, you'll see out-of-state plates here. I've seen, you know, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia. Some on the East Coast and the like, and they're all over. Boy, Heist is really just huge. At 171, I mean, again, Jim, he looks 200+ pounds. I don't know how they maintain this. So weight is just the anguish of trying to do that throughout.
Both these guys look an awful lot heavier than 171, don't they?
Second level, okay, 171 looked doable. Down here, Matt's side, I mean, I'm just like, oh, where do they put this stuff?
We just saw a shot
in
of
a remote area where they hide weight, or what? What's there a room?
We just saw a quick shot of Brandon Mihalko's coach, Jody Karam from Liberty High School. Dusty Heist from Meadville, of course, coached by John Fry. Mihalko from Liberty is an outstanding football player. Apparently an excellent nose guard, but gave up football to concentrate on wrestling.
I'm sure he would be a handful as a nose guard with his quick feet and moves off. There isn't a football coach in the world will tell you they don't love having a wrestler on their team.
Last year, Dusty Heist qualified as a Northwestern Regional Championship for the state tournament at 171 pounds. He was upset in the first round, 6-4 in overtime. He was ranked second in the state at that time. He was upset by Brock Hostetter, from Southwestern High School, District 3. After that upset, went down to the consolation brackets and did not place.
Second period here at 171 pounds. Still scoreless between Brandon Mahalko of Liberty and Dusty Heist of Meadville.
There's two start cautions on Heist from the top position. Brandon Mahalko from Liberty qualified as a Northeastern Regional runner-up at 160 pounds last year. He lost in the quarterfinals to Matt King from Connellsville, District 7, 6-1, but ended up placing 7th. You can see just how aggressive these two wrestlers are.
I just like listening sometimes. I mean, just again, the sights and sounds, brilliant job as always, and love working everybody with our WITF production crew. We've done it for so many years. And everybody, of course, associated with the Pennsylvania Cable Network. This is just fabulous that we're able to bring this to you on a statewide basis. 2 weeks from now, we'll bring you a wall-to-wall coverage of the PIAA basketball tournament here from Chocolatetown at the arena, starting on Friday afternoon in single A and double A girls, single A boys, quad A girls, triple A boys. That's Friday, the 24th. Saturday, single A girls, double A boys. Got triple A girls and quad boys. So scoreless, 52 seconds remaining in this second period. Mahalko and Heist.
Mahalko is really working for an escape here. Dusty Heist really just kind of hanging on. And there's another start caution. This one is against Mahalko.
There you only get 3. You get 3 start cautions, right, throughout the course?
You get 2 start cautions, and the third one is a point for your opponent.
Okay. That's
a fourth one is another point for your opponent, and I think a fifth one, you're disqualified from the tournament.
Well, Heist with a big-time move, and he got 2 points out of it.
He is going to get a 2-point near fall out of that. Mahalko stood up. Heist just double underhooked him, picked him up, put him down, jumped on him, held him there long enough to get a 2-point exposure.
I hope we get a replay of that together. I mean, how much strength does that take to just whip Brandon Mahalko into the air like he's some kind of bowling bag? You got to be kidding me.
And Mahalko simply can't get out. He can't get away.
He's got the vice grips, doesn't he? I mean, he's tight. 25 seconds left in this second period. Another of those. That's
another
2 now.
Start caution. Each wrestler now has 2 of those.
Referee here is Mike Darcy.
He's finally got a reversal. He didn't get the escape that he wanted.
Mahalko, and he's got back on even terms at 2-2. There's his first flurry of the day.
That's a big 2 points with 17 seconds left. That ties the match.
Now Mahalko's turning the tide a little bit in his favor. Got a 1-point escape, and it's going to go into the favor this time of Heist, rather.
Heist finally got his escape. 6 seconds left in this period.
That's a big point to get this late.
That's a huge point.
And it's 3-2.
And it's Heist's choice. He's going to take the bottom position to start the third period. And remember, Jet, each wrestler has got a couple of start cautions. big move so far has been those 2 points that he got for exposing Milhalko's back in a near fall situation.
Pretty good action here to start the third. 4-2 with Dusty Heist.
Well, that was a nice flurry by Milhalko. He sort of rolled himself out of it, got into a single leg. Heist threw in a whizzer. Milhalko limp-armed out of it, but unfortunately it was out of bounds and didn't count for any points.
John Fry's coach says, hey, we're down 2, mix it up. Make that Jody Karam, rather, saying mix it up, mix it up. There it is, the doctors over there. I want to remind everybody you are watching exclusive coverage of high school championship sports on PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network. PCN's public affairs programming covers state government activities and significant state events like the PIAA wrestling finals. It's important to Pennsylvania. It's important to the Pennsylvania Cable Network. Mentioned to you big deal coming up. Now let's have a look at this.
Watch, he just underhooks both arms, comes down, digs his chin in Milhalko's shoulder to hold that shoulder closest to us down long enough to get a 2-point near fall, and that's the difference in the match.
How much strength does that take to do that? We will go to an interview with Mark Shuey and Ty Moore at the end of this match to lead into our medal ceremonies. And Ty Moore, a 4-time state champion, one of only 9 in the history of this tournament.
Heist in very deep on a double leg.
But look out.
Countered nicely by Milhalko. He's going to roll through and get a takedown of his own.
Tie it. Nope, now they wave it off.
Well, he's got a 2-point takedown. That'll tie it at 4.
Jody Karam very animated over on the Milhalko side for Liberty. These coaches are working here in this AAA championship. And let's check in with Mark Shuey right now with Ty Moore while we have this particular time to be able to work this in. Mark?
Well, the underclassmen have been very successful tonight. I'm with the most recent Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee, Ty Moore, who, while at North Allegheny High School, won 4 state titles. Now, first of all, Ty, congratulations on your induction. Now, winning the first 3 state titles, that's a tremendous accomplishment. Tell us about the pressure while going for a historic 4th.
Well, first, thank you very much. There was a lot of pressure, but I was able to deal with it rather well with a coach like Gusty Augustino and my father. The pressure wasn't really pressure, I would say. It was part of the plan. When I won my first state title, Gus said, I jumped in his arms, he said, 3 more. So I lost my junior year in the regional tournament. That took a big monkey off my back. So it actually allowed me my senior year to completely open up and wrestle up to my capabilities.
Now, one more question, Ty. You have a brother who's a prolific wrestler as well, a national champion collegiately. Question, you two guys, when you were growing up, how many pieces of furniture did you bust up around wrestling around the house?
We tried to kind of avoid breaking at him because then Dad would break us, but we did a little bit of breaking.
I'll bet you did. Ty Moore, congratulations, a 4-time Pennsylvania state champion.
One of only 9 in this state's history. He was a brilliant, brilliant talent through this building, Jim.
He could work his way through a match better than any wrestler I know.
Underneath a minute to go, 5-4. There's Dusty Heist leading by 1.
2-point takedown from Milhalko on the edge of the mat with 49 seconds left.
This coaching staff is really letting him know where he's at. Mix it up, mix it up.
Oh, he's got to hold down Dusty Heist.
Good luck, right?
Yeah, good luck.
Speaking of playing with chainsaws moving.
Heist is out right in, trying to get a takedown of his own, but he's overextended himself a little bit.
6-6. Brandon Milhalko, this is a good bout here at 171. Don Salve and Pete Bilecki.
All
Paul Valecki, I read it wrong.
Heist is in deep.
Real deep.
Malco has done such a good job of countering. That's got to be in the back of Dusty Heist's mind as he's working on his takedown.
Everybody's game. 5 seconds left.
Quick enough to get out of that.
We're going overtime again, Jim. Third time tonight in AAA. We've already been in a ride-out. We got there at 140.
Jed Malhalco has pretty much settled on going to East Stroudsburg University. I don't think that he's formally committed to that university yet, but that, of course, is his strongest contender for his college education.
First score wins. I'd like to see that ride out again.
You like
Kinda
that,
like
huh?
that. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was a pretty good look.
You know, Jed, one thing to remember is they both have 2 start cautions as well. All that carries over into this overtime period.
All your baggage, all your pluses, the whole bit, huh? Here we go with Malhalco and Heist. They put on a pretty good show. This has been evenly matched. They've mixed it up. They've gone on the attack. Out of bounds. They go neutral.
And Heist is really, really tired. You can see him kind of being a little leisurely getting back to the center of the mat.
Yeah, usually you don't need the ride out, right? Because 6 minutes is enough. Stamina. Now we got another injury timeout, or is this a blood timeout?
This is a blood clock timeout.
So where's the clock? It's at a 126 or so.
There's 126 left in the
In the
period.
They're not running the time on it.
Normally they run the blood clock so that we can see it, so that everybody can see it here in the arena. For some reason, they're not doing that right now, so we have no idea how much time is left. Of course, with a blood injury, you can stop the match as many times as it takes, but you only can stop it for a total of 5 minutes. Back in 1998, Malhalco qualified for the state championships as a Northeastern regional champion at 152 pounds. He lost his preliminary match that year and did not place. Dusty Heist qualified back in 1998 as well as a Northwestern regional runner-up at 160 pounds. He won his preliminary match but lost in the quarterfinals and did not place.
You are watching the Hershey Park Arena here. Exclusive live coverage of the PIAA Wrestling Championships for the year 2000 here on the Pennsylvania Cable Network. PCN, Pennsylvania's championship network, and its state history in the making. The year 2000 PIAA State Wrestling Championships, as always, televised live across the Commonwealth for the second straight year on Pennsylvania's championship network, PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network. Jed Donahue, Jim Davis, Mark Shuey, our entire WITF production crew, and Bob Kraut, PCN, saw him and everybody with that great organization. 6-6, we're in overtime. They're back. They're out of bounds.
No points, out of bounds. Malhalco thought he had Heist in trouble. Heist had a little bit different idea. Unfortunately, it all happened out of bounds. Heist in again. Malhalco has done such a good job of getting himself out of trouble, Jack.
Center, center.
Heist in a little bit of trouble, got a little overextended, got his head down.
48 seconds away to that ride out.
You like that ride out, don't you, Jim?
Kind of interesting. Again, out of the boundary. 6 seconds come off.
You want injury time? You want injury time? Let's go, let's go.
Dusty Heist is just about out of gas.
He's definitely checking the exit signs to see where he can find it, right? I mean, he's on E.
Let's go, guys. Back in the middle. Let's go. Hustle.
Mahalko looks pretty fresh to me.
Mahalko looks like he just got started. So far, Mahalko is, oh boy, he's got a big save.
Boy, that's going to be pretty close. Referee waved it off, calls him out of bounds, gave him two, took it away, called him out of bounds, no points.
That's close.
Wow.
Into Mahalko.
And Jed, I got to tell you, in an overtime situation like this, with a sudden victory on the line, when the referee awarded 2 points and the wrestlers heard that, they had to relax for a second.
Tiebreaker.
Because the match is over technically, and then he took it away.
Green's choice. Top, bottom. Takes down.
He's taken down.
Let's go. Let's go.
I got to tell you this, Jed, I don't think that's a good move. Heist had an awful lot of trouble getting out from underneath. Mahalko had an awful lot of trouble getting out from underneath Heist earlier in the match.
Top.
There's the ride out. 5th period, second of the night. 3 seconds come off the clock. This is wild stuff, this ride out. To think you get 2 in one night. This is really a crapshoot, isn't it, the ride out?
I'll tell you, you know, there's two schools of thought. Some people think that you take the bottom position and just, you know, work your best to get out. Some people take the top position.
It was the top position that won for Nathan Galloway of State College at 140.
Galloway had all the confidence in the world from the top position. Couldn't wait to get started in the
9
seconds
overtime
left.
period. The crowd will tell you what goes on here.
Well, Mahalko really struggled early in the match trying to get out from underneath Heist, and he's struggling now. He's got 9 seconds left.
Right there.
Caution, that's a point.
One red.
That is a point.
And it's over.
Before the whistle.
And that's going to be it.
Yes, he did. You move before the whistle. Shake hands. Come here, come here. Raise your hand. You won it, guy.
That's really tough to lose on that. 7-6.
Well, Jed, we mentioned that those starting cautions were going to be trouble, and they sure were. Unfortunately, it had to come out in the 30-second double overtime ride-out period.
Wow. Those caution points.
On the award stand, the 160-pound medal winner in 8th place from Harbor Creek.
Let's go to Mark Shuey and get his take on things right now. Mark, what do you have for us?
I'll tell you, this has been a tremendous tournament. You mentioned earlier that several other state athletic associations come to the PIAA tournament to observe and hopefully better their own state's wrestling championships. I was talking to John Carlson earlier. He's from the Arizona Interscholastic Association. He said he's here tonight all the way from Arizona because he thinks the PIAA wrestling tournament is the model for state high school wrestling tournaments throughout the nation. So once again, the state of Pennsylvania not only has the best scholastic wrestling in the nation, we have the best fans in the nation, and a tournament deserving of both. Jed?
As you look at Greg Jones, boy, what a tournament he had. We got your jaw still up on the floor upstairs.
I'm not the only one, Jed. I got to tell you, anybody that can beat James Woodall from Pittston, yeah, he hadn't lost in a couple of years.
There's John Salve. Again, will he be passive? Will he be aggressive? That will tell. 31-1. That one loss came in his regional tournament. And he will go up against Pete Velicky. Velicky out of Parkland.
Velicky is on the left-hand side of your screen in the predominantly red singlet with the green anklet. John Save in the red and white singlet on the right-hand side of your screen now with the red anklet.
Don't leave us. 275 is next, and it's really going to be good stuff.
Warning! Brakeman! Let's get busy!
A warning.
Already.
Well, that's a little early, but...
crowd's a little tense from the last match. Dave Musselman is our referee, and...
you know, John Save is going to have a tough time with this referee who's going to call stalling like that. John Save's got to pick up his game. He kind of has a tendency to sort of hang out and wait and counter and that sort of stuff. And you're not going to be able to do that against a referee who's going to warn you for stalling about 25 seconds into the first period.
One of the great athletic families, South Central Pennsylvania. They produce so many players in all sports at Cumberland Valley, and John's just the latest. He's had a spectacular career, both wrestling and also. No surprise, see Parkland here at 189. It's just not John Trenge this time. They're not going to let Save off easy, are they?
No.
I mean, you know.
Velicky in on a low single leg. They are right on the edge of the mat.
Save's had some football injuries in I think he's working on the leg a little bit.
Yeah, Save's just going to gut this out, try for a stalemate situation, which of course he does get. Jed, you mentioned about Paul Velicky from Parkland, and of course John Trenge from Parkland, two-time state champion. Last year our champion at 189 pounds. Their coach, John Togus. John Save from Cumberland Valley, coached by Roger Barrick.
Cumberland Valley with 5 state champions. Parkland has had a bunch. I thought John Trenge, one of the more impressive people we've seen here in a long, you know, over the last few years. Not in a long time, but over the last few. I mean, he's really few holes in John Trenge's game.
Green, red.
Well, in last year's state championship, Save qualified as a South Central Regional Champion at 189.
Good set, sir. Keep.
He lost in the semifinals to John Trenge from Parkland, 10-4. Got hurt in the match and forfeited the rest of his matches, placing 6th. These two wrestlers have wrestled before. Save beat Velicky in the finals of the Mannheim Holiday Tournament 3-2 back in December.
Second period action. John Save out to a 1-0 lead. Again, he's a football standout.
Work it out, guys. Work it out. Let's go.
Jed, I want to mention something. One of the things that we have not talked about here at this tournament is the wonderful job that the scorers and timekeepers have done. You can imagine 4 mats being run all at the same time. Of course, the scorers and timekeepers are wrestling fans, and they have to focus all their attention on their job at hand on whichever particular mat they've been assigned to, no matter what's going on the mats to the right or the left of it.
That's not as easy as it looks, and you take it for granted that, hey, there hadn't been a clock problem all week.
And to illustrate that, nobody knows it better than John Togus, the head coach out of Parkland. Back in 1975, John Togus wrestled for Gettysburg High School back in District 3 in the South Central Regional Championships that year in '75. He wrestled at 132 pounds. He was undefeated, and in a wild match, he lost in the quarterfinals 10-9 to Robert Smith from Cumberland Valley, but the scorekeepers screwed up the match during that intense, wild scene, and they missed 2 points, but there were no wrestlebacks in that particular regional tournament at that time, way back in 1975. John Togus, undefeated, loses on unfortunately, a terrible situation, and is out of the tournament.
So you won't have that problem here, and there he is.
Red.
He's done a great job at Parkland, too. I mean, playing that District 11 pool, that's not the kiddie pool up there in District 11. Mentioned 8 finalists here in the AAA Parade of Champions from District 11. Third period underway now. Pete Valecki is out. Paul Valecki out with the escape, and it's 1-1.
Jed, Paul Valecki handed Justin Millard his only loss all year long. Of course, Justin Millard from Wyalusing AA District 4, our state champion earlier today in 189 pounds. Valecki beat him in the Beast of the East tournament earlier this year.
Sauve and Valecki. We've got 2 overtime rideouts. 3 overtimes.
We're tied 1-1 with a minute to go. And realize, Jed, that both these wrestlers have been warned for stalling.
I mean, these guys looked evenly matched. I mean, they look like they're holding up the building with each other there. There's Roger Barrett, John Sauve's coach. You get a look at him parking out, urging. Hello. That was coming our way.
John Sauve with a record of 31-1. His only loss, 6-4 in overtime to Ryan Groover from Spring Grove in the semifinals of the South Central Regional Tournament. Groover ended up placing 3rd at 189 pounds this year. I think the referee is going to warn them both for stalling here.
4 seconds, and we're going overtime again, Jim. 4th one of the night.
Going overtime, gentlemen.
First score wins.
Russell.
Could we see yet another rideout? Never know.
Well, both these wrestlers really have tremendous respect for each other.
Work in, work in. Come on, Red, work in.
Back in 1997, Sauve qualified as a South Central Regional runner-up. He lost to semifinals to Christian Luciano from Northampton, 5-2, but placed 6th at the state as a 9th grader.
Turn it in, Red, turn it in. Good job. Nice job, let's go, come on.
2 years ago, he qualified as a South Central Regional champion at 189 and lost in the finals to John Trench from Parkland, 3-2.
All that's at stake, the state championship here at 189 pounds. Down to the final 50 seconds of the overtime period.
Watch the face.
Well, neither wrestler's really doing an awful lot here, Jed. the same way that I do.
Go, gentlemen.
You gonna pull that stall call?
It's yours.
Well, somebody ought to get warned here, if not both wrestlers.
Now.
And we're going to the 30-second ride-out period. Chad, your favorite.
Third of the night. Here's where I think the football experience of Sauvé comes into play.
Now he's got the down position, and I don't see anybody holding him down, Jed. But I'll tell you, Paul Veliky has been absolutely solid. If anybody in the tournament could do it, it would be him.
We're in the ride out. They fly out of bounds. Paul Veliky, wow. Just to hang on to that.
Green.
Might as well. Wow.
Green. Caution. Number 1. Set red. Green on.
Well, they're sensitive to that tonight, aren't they? It's consistent, though.
It is consistent. It's been consistent the whole entire tournament. Sauvé's going to come out of this. He's got 15 seconds left. He's got to come out, or that's going to be it.
Oh, boy.
You need time? You need time? Get a clock going on red.
We're going to take an injury timeout. Jed, they took the 30-second clock off the screen. I'm not sure exactly how much time was left on it, but it's probably about
14
seconds.
Man, less than that. I'm going to say 11 or 12.
I would have guessed 12.
About 11 or 12. That's the injury clock. The injury time, that's cumulative.
Wrestler gets a minute 30 injury
It's
time.
like a race restart in NASCAR, man. Although Sauvé is getting close to slithering out of that.
I would like to have a towel for the mat then whenever we're done here. Would you guys get a towel? Try.
Dave Musselman, our head referee.
12 seconds on the clock.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Thank you.
They got dried off a little bit. That's a huge bonus for, to me, Veliky. Takes away some of the slipperiness.
Sure.
Keep it.
There's Sauvé grunting and groaning. 12 seconds. Sauvé got it. Won it. Freshened up. Let's see that again if we can. It's been a long journey for John Sauvé to try and get a state championship, and he finally does it. Here he is. Look at that determination. Taking his
Right off the start, he knows he only had about 12 seconds left, and immediately he felt Veliky get a little bit high, and he just sort of dumped him over, and that's it. That's the winning move.
That's the reaction of the tournament. Well, this goes to a ride out. I don't know what I'm going to do, but 275, guys. There's our award ceremony at 171. Dusty Heist, 7-6. It was in an overtime rideout, but the third caution gave the point to Heist. Goes against Mahalko. Tough way to lose.
It was a real tough way to lose, and Mahalko had done such a good job against Heist. Dusty Heist, 7-6 in overtime. 30-second rideout period from Meadville, our champion at 171 pounds.
Freshman Adam Lopecolo, Susquehannock, 35-1. This is who Rod Frisco predicted in our previous show to be here. John Kondo, Phillipsburg, Osceola, 35-1. 275, but they're hardly that. I'll tell you, this is about as athletic this class has been in a while. These guys are tough.
Well, John Kondo was an 189-pounder at last year's state tournament. Qualified as a Northwestern regional runner-up. He lost in the John Salve 5-2. He ended up placing 5th, but that was down at 189.
LaPiccolo, I believe, is in the green anklet, Jim.
LaPiccolo has his back to the camera.
Right. He's
no, excuse me. LaPiccolo is on the far side. He is in the black and red uniform with the red anklet. Kondo is in the blue and white uniform with the green anklet. LaPiccolo came to the tournament as the South Central Regional runner-up from Susquehannock, only a 9th grader. And Jed, as I mentioned, we did some research, and he is the only 9th grader in AAA ever to make it to the state tournament at 275 pounds, let alone, and again, that's in AAA now, let alone the only 9th grader to make it into the finals.
Kondo.
Apparently there have been several 9th graders at 275 to make it to the state tournament in AA, but not in AAA.
Kondo
got a 2-point takedown, but LaPiccolo wasn't going to get turned by it.
Piccolo's got its like own fan club here.
He has been the talk of the tournament. He wiped out Pete Keeler from Conestoga District 1, who was a Southeastern Regional 3rd place finisher in the semifinals by a whopping 15-3. He pinned Brian Haupt from Hatboro-Horsham, District 1 Regional champion.
Piccolo, they run out of time.
With Piccolo, they're going to give him 1 point.
Kondo on the lead. It's 2-1.
To you.
Jed, this is going to be the...
Takes it down. He doesn't defer at all. He's not waiting.
Piccolo takes down. In the quarterfinal round, LaPiccolo beat Brian Haupt from Hatboro-Horsham, who is the Southeastern Regional champion from District 1, pinned him in 1 minute and 21 seconds. LaPiccolo's out, and we're tied 2-2.
130.
Well, LaPiccolo's strength is from the top position. He has got a cradle that no one has been able to stop. In fact, in his first match, he beat Brett Kleckner from Central Mountain, who was a Northwestern Regional runner-up from District 6, 3-0 on the strength of his cradle with a 3-point near fall. He won that match 3-0.
He's trying to get it in now. He's got 2 points on the takedown.
Well, Kondo has 2 points on the takedown.
Kondo, excuse me. Kondo's technically sound.
LaPiccolo coming right back with a reversal of his own.
Good action here. It's 4-4.
Good action, and we're finally going to see LaPiccolo from the top position. Look for his cradle, Jed. It is a thing of beauty.
Well, was this as advertised? You betcha. It's 4-4 with 48 seconds left in the second period in the 275-pound weight class. Most of the 8,078 of the evening session have stuck around. 55,869, new tournament record, the weekend attendance for all sessions over the 3-day tournament.
And Kondo is out with an escape. John Kondo from Phillipsburg, Osceola, his coach David Kaslow. Adam LaPiccolo from Susquehannock, Jack Stoneberg is his coach.
Go.
And Kondo came to the tournament out of the rugged Northwestern Regional Championships. He placed 3rd in that tournament. Started the tournament with a record of 32-1, and his only loss came in the Northwestern Regional semifinals to Tim Taylor from Clearfield, District 9, 7-4. Kondo avenged that loss against Taylor in the semifinals yesterday. Excuse me, earlier this morning, 3-2.
John Kondo with a 5-4 lead over Adam LaPiccolo of Susquehannock.
Let's go. Come on.
York County, PA. This is a big name, you know, both these names. I mean, for Kondo, he's had a great career. Senior at District 6, PO, Phillipsburg, Osceola.
LaPiccolo's only loss this year came in the South Central Regional Finals. 4-3 to Tyler Hart from Chambersburg.
40.
A double stall warning.
Both warn, let's go.
Our lead official, you're hearing the voice of Jim Horner.
Susquehannock High School has only had one state champion, Jed. That was back in 1975 at 145 pounds. Doug Krebs was a state champion that year.
Final period, 5-4. Jonathan Kondo closing in, and for Adam LaPiccolo, it's time to get moving on a move. If you've got one, it's time to throw it.
Is that the right score?
And a double stall call against both wrestlers. Stall warning number 2 against both wrestlers. That's a point for each.
Makes it 6-5. 10 seconds to go. Possibly in the tournament. Looks good for John Kondo now. Jonathan Kondo.
I think this might be kind of a 9th grade mistake. LaPiccolo with just a couple of seconds left. He should have done that about 15 seconds ago. He just really kind of waited out the last 30 seconds of this period. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking about, but he didn't really do an awful lot.
So Kondo wins the state championship 6-5. Let's go to Mark Shuey. Everybody's starting to file out. Another successful tournament, Mark. We talked about a new attendance record today.
Well, the 8,000 plus saw some tremendous wrestling tonight. You know, the AAA championships this evening were highlighted by several absolutely dominating performances and also 4 thrilling overtime matches. Jermaine Jones started things off at 103 with an impressive performance. At 119, the champion Justin Space of Mount Pleasant, he was equally impressive, as was Northampton's 130-pound champ Ryan McCollum. And how about 145-pound champion Mike Pirazzola winning his 2nd straight state title, and he did so tonight by virtue of a pin. Match of the night, in my opinion, was that wild 140-pound slugfest between Nate Galloway and Tommy Roan, which the sophomore Galloway won on a ride out. Now Galloway was one of 5 underclassmen to win state titles tonight, but you know, any wrestler that gets here to Hershey is a winner, really. Following months and months of grueling practice sessions, many miles of pre-dawn road work, saying no to cheeseburgers and pizzas. You know, these incredible athletes have made it through a genuine 3-day gauntlet of a tournament in order to wrestle for the PIAA gold. And you know, they develop and display a work ethic that's going to pay dividends long after they leave this building tonight.
John Salve, we look at him at 189, and I'm happy for John Salve, and I'll tell you what, Paul Valecki gave him a real rumble. That ride out there, Salve's a handful trying to keep him at bay from the down position, but Salve ran into John Trenge over the last couple of years. He got upset in this regional tournament and comes back and strikes it for state gold.
Well, he finally beat somebody from Parkland.
Parkland's owned that 189, baby. That's been their domain. somebody else finally occupying it, right? I mean, that has been their home. Mainly John Trench, but Pilecki, really a solid accounting. I mean, a ride out is not a winner, it's a survivor situation, you know? So, who'd you like, Mo? I thought Spates was great, but, you know, Piazzolla, knockout. Still trying to get over that ride out at finish at 140 with Roan. I mean, this is pretty good stuff tonight.
Really good stuff. Who's your pick for outstanding wrestler? What do you think?
I go Piazzolla. Although Jones, I know you're looking at him.
I'm looking at Jones hard. You know, I got to give the nod to Jones.
I know they just delivered your jaw from upstairs from this morning.
That's my vote. Greg Jones, outstanding wrestler. Greg Jones from Greensburg-Salem on the strength of his, first of all, 11-3 win over Jason Shivak from Springford. I think that his defeat of the defending state champion James Woodall, who in my opinion is one of the finest high school wrestlers I've ever seen at any time, is possibly one of the greatest defeats that I've witnessed. And Greg Jones is my vote, OW.
I didn't realize I was watching that with you, that there was such drama going on there. Here's our heavyweight, Jonathan Kondo, 6-5 winner, and Adam LaPiccolo. Once those holes close a little bit, we'll hear from him again.
Adam LaPiccolo, only a 9th grader from Susquehannock. We sure are going to hear a lot from him. But our champion, John Kondo, as I mentioned, down at 189 pounds last year, up at 275. He's our state champion from Phillipsburg, Osceola.
So, all right, Jim. Great working with you all weekend long here on this PIAA championship. And of course, many thanks to our WITF production crew for another fabulous job with the pictures, sounds, and accounts of this particular game. And also, Mark Shuey, as always, great working with you. As the PIAA 2000 Parade of Champions comes to an end. And keep in mind, Pennsylvania's network of champions, PCN, will be back with basketball here in a couple of weeks on March 24th and March the 25th. And again, thanks to the PIAA staff, mainly Dr. Robert Lombardi, the Associate Director, for all that he has done with us. They're your officials who had a fabulous weekend covering all of this. And many thanks, Kevin Stump, Tom Stevens, Rick Weimer is always around. We know it's a big event, and Rick's in the house. And everybody there that's worked so hard behind the scenes to make all of this happen. From the Hershey Park Arena, for the PIAA Wrestling Championships, for Jim Davis, Mark Shuey, and everybody associated with this, I'm Jed Donahue. Good night, everybody.
You've been watching PCN's exclusive coverage of PIAA Wrestling Championships. PCN, Pennsylvania's championship network. PCN's presentation of high school championship sports is underwritten by Montgomery County Community College. Education equals MC cubed. Pennsylvania Cable Television Companies.